say, I gave it 100%, that's all you can ask, is you're being the best that you can be, and that's something that my dad instilled in me from a young girl. Jenny, you gotta be the best that you can be. Okay, my whole team would go swimming on weekends. We'd go for a tournament. Well, I was the pitcher. My whole team was counting on me. I couldn't swim, so I had to sit by the side of the pool. If it was shady, if it was sunny, I couldn't even be outside. But you know what? When I got to that championship game, that pool was still there at the end. Sometimes it takes big sacrifices to go after your dreams, to go after your goal. I know we have a couple of minutes left, I think, so we can open up to question and answers, so you guys just don't have to listen to me talk. You guys can actually, I can answer whatever, if you have any questions. What age did I start pitching? I started playing when I was 5. I have 2 older brothers who both played baseball, and so when I turned 5, that's what I wanted to do, is be like them, and my parents signed me up to play t-ball. And then I started pitching when I was 8. I think on our team, my coach lined us all up and said who can throw strikes, and I could somewhat throw strikes and I could somewhat throw hard, so I found myself in the circle quite a bit. But I love having that ball in my hand. I love working hard with my catcher. I love that camaraderie out there. I love being involved in every pitch. I've been pitching since I was 8. My first softball team, I'm going to date myself. Do you guys know who Gumby is? Come on, parents. The big green stretchy guy. Go home and Google Gumby. Well, we were the Gumbies.
You know,
we were green.
Chicken going on right now on my phone.
Favorite moment was standing on that Olympic podium, getting a gold medal wrapped around my neck. No greater feeling than walking out there. 8 years prior, 2004 was my first Olympics that I competed in. It was in Athens, Greece, where the Olympics began, which was pretty cool. And not only that, but I was sharing a dugout on the same team as women that I looked up to growing up. I waited in line for 4 of those girls' autographs. I went out and watched them play in 1996. I was the first one in the gates with my parents. We wanted to be right by the dugout because I wanted to see what they were doing, how they reacted, how they played, what they were doing in the game. Well, I waited in line for their autograph afterwards. Who would have ever thought that 8 years later I'd be standing on a podium in Athens, Greece, getting a gold medal wrapped around my neck with them. Pretty awesome. The sky's the limit, no doubt about it. Do I have any superstitions? I'm a pitcher. I don't like to call them superstitions, I just call it a routine. I like to stick to my routine. Whatever it is, you want to find your sense of confidence, and whatever it is, you want to stick with it. And sometimes if it's not working, sometimes you got to change it up. How old was I when I became famous? I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I am famous. How many medals and trophies do I have? Well, my lovely parents are still storing all the trophies. But I have 2 medals. I was in the 2004 Olympics, which we won gold, and then the 2008 Olympics, we won the silver medal. So 2 Olympic medals. And then a couple world championships in there, World Cup, all of that. Pretty amazing to be able to travel the world and play against. I remember my first experience was in 1999 at the Junior Olympics, and my first time traveling out of the country, and here I was in Taiwan playing softball against young girls that live all across the country that are playing the same game we do, and I was thinking, how are we going to play against, they don't even speak the same language, how are we going to understand these umpires? But it's so cool how this game is universal, and the bond that we have through the game of softball, and you know, it's something that you definitely count your blessings to. When you travel out of the country, you realize how blessed we are. You know, we travel and play teams, national teams. These are the country's national teams. Well, they have maybe 2 bats for their entire team, okay? And here we've come in with 2 or 3 bats. How many of you guys have 2 or 3 bats in your bat bags, right? Well, there's countries' national teams that only have a couple bats, or they share all their equipment. So we're pretty blessed, and it's awesome to be able to leave that equipment there when we travel out of the country, but there's no greater place than the USA, and how blessed you guys are. So be thankful for that equipment that you have on your back. Respect your equipment for sure. Make sure you thank your parents, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpas, whoever it is that give you that opportunity, because someone's working real hard to give you that awesome equipment. Am I going to come out of my retirement? Oh, I would love to, but unfortunately I'm pretty busy. My oldest son, Ace, just started kindergarten, and then we we have another little boy named Diesel, and he's 2.5 months old. So he's keeping me pretty busy.